for today's FA Cup second round draw.
Today we are on our way to Wembley, in a manner of speaking. York City, anyway, are taking unfamiliar roads to their second round tie this afternoon at one of the FA Cup's furthest frontiers. Caernarfon is more famous for its castle than its football club. It was amid this splendour that the investiture of the Prince of Wales took place in 1969. Today there'll be less pomp, but just as much passion when the crowds assemble at Caernarfon Oval. This is the essence of Welsh Wales, bilingual and proud of it. They send a Plaid Cymru member to Westminster, a former director of Caernarfon Town, David Wigley.
Well, the community, as most communities in Wales, are close-knit, and people do take pride in the town and in the area, and when the club is doing well, then people do respond. It becomes a subject of conversation. Something like this hasn't happened for 57 years before, and therefore people do identify, and are looking forward very much to a continued successful run.
Oh, they've got a very good chance of playing consistently well these days, and two front players are knocking the goals in.
Oh, without a doubt, the best.
You beat York?
Oh, without a doubt. Definitely, they're the biggest discovery since penicillin.
The club chairman, Arvin Roberts, is the proprietor of a sports shop. And what's good for Caernarfon football turns out this week to be good for business too.
Well, I see you've got scarves and hats here from Everton and Liverpool and Manchester United. How are the Caernarfon souvenirs selling this week?
A few months ago, the Liverpool were the top seller, with Manchester United and Everton coming second and third best, but last 6 weeks, it's Caernarfon the selling best.
How many scarves have you got left?
One, just the only one left.
This is Caernarfon's centenary year. In that first season, the club, who become known as the Canaries, reached the second round of the FA Cup then, but lost 10-1 at Stoke. They didn't play in the competition again until 1929, and then this team reached the second round once more, only to lose to Bournemouth in a replay. Till now, Caernarfon haven't been as far again, but they've had some famous visitors and produced some famous players. At one time, MP David Wigley dreamed that he might be one of them.
My claim to fame was in the beginning of the 61-62 season, I think it was. We started off a match, Caernarfon's second team, and Wyn Davies and myself played in the same team. And Wyn, by the Thursday night, had been elevated to the first team, and by Christmas he was playing professional for Wrexham, and the next season Bolton Wanderers in Wales. And by the Thursday night, I'd been dropped.
The present side at Caernarfon Oval may not have anyone of Wyn Davies's class, but they were too good for 4th Division Stockport County in the first round. 1-0 was the score, striker Austin Salmon getting the goal. But a brief pitch invasion that day has left the club with a hefty bill. Local schoolmaster Hugh Williams, the vice-chairman, says that in spite of the setback, there has been a heartwarming consolation.
For this week, we've had to spend over £3,000 in erecting a cage for the away supporters. Obviously, we couldn't afford to raise £3,000 ourselves, so we launched an appeal fund.
How's that going?
At the moment, it stands at just over 1,700. Thanks mainly to a huge donation which we received yesterday from Luton Town Football Club. They sent us a cheque for £500, which was absolutely marvellous.
You may wonder why so far we've not come across any footballers around Caernarfon. The answer is that only a couple of the side are local lads. Most are to be found one night a week, 60 miles away just outside Chester. They train at Deeside Leisure Centre, under the eye of Johnny King, former manager of Tranmere Rovers.
We should be like the Harlem Globetrotters. Come on.
To get the training right, you have to have players reporting regularly for training and the get-togethers. We couldn't do this at Caernarfon, so, and incorporating Welsh boys. So we've got lads, local boys from Liverpool, Chester area, and we've found that we virtually take the show down to them. We take the show down on a Saturday. Oh, that's the way I talk. Come on, lads, let's go and treat them to something. And anyway, at this moment, things are going quite well.
8 years ago, Bobby Tynan was signed by Blackpool for £85,000. Before he played a game, a knee injury put him out of football seemingly forever. But Johnny King remembered Tynan at Tranmere.
He seen me playing in a park in Birkenhead, Sunday League, and he asked me to come down training. And got a little bit fitter, and now he keeps putting me in now and again.
You think you can do it?
From what I've seen, now and again, yeah.
York City, today's opponents, have been giant killers themselves.
And he's done it!
But their manager, Denis Smith, has been quoted in North Wales this week as being happy with this draw and confident of settling matters quickly. Caernarfon's chairman is unimpressed.
He's lying.
You think you might be worried?
He's worried. Of course he's worried. He wouldn't, he's not enjoying it.
News reports Caernarfon's performance on Saturday proves that York could still face problems.
Caernarfon had their chances and created a few anxious moments for the York defence, as York's goalkeeper Neil Smallwood had to come out of his box to distract Ray Woods towards the end of the first half. And it turned out to be a game of missed chances, as this time York went close, Keith Walwyn's backheader being cleared off the line by defender Glyn Griffiths.
Very pleased from our point of view, and I'm sure Caernarfon's manager John King's very pleased with this performance. We controlled the majority of the game, and we had the couple of chances I expected, and hopefully we should have stuck them away and come away 1 or 2-0 winners. But we didn't put the chances away, and we've got another hard game on Tuesday. But from my point of view, we were very disciplined. We did exactly what I wanted us to do, and I'm pleased with the result.
A fairly quiet first half, but just before the interval, a couple of chances there, weren't there?
Yes, we've had a couple of half chances where we needed people to be sharp. Unfortunately, the strike force a bit depleted. Both Walwyn and Banton have been on the treatment table for the last fortnight, and Gabbiadini's out. And it was just that little bit of sharpness which he was missing for those half chances that we should be tucking away.
You've seen Caernarfon play before. Was this the sort of match you'd anticipated?
Exactly what I anticipated. As I said before when I came, I didn't expect them to give us too many problems, but I expected us to have problems creating chances, and that was the case. We struggled, we got 1 or 2 chances. Canham should have won it for us when he's gone on the keeper, and that would have satisfied him.